Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A big welcome to everybody from Don Bosco Egmore, and a very big welcome to our panel of speakers. I'm going to request each one of you to take the stage, along with Sashi Kumar Menon. Sashi, may I request you to lead the speakers onto the stage, please? No, let's just go with this. Can I request everybody to please take their seats? We're about to start the program. Can we plug into the PPT, please? So, if you have already not checked into this event, it's time to do it now. Hashtag #DBConverge. Like I said, each one in this hall has already made history. So big round of applause for yourselves. You've made history because you've become part of the biggest school alumni event ever, and you can share your experiences on social media via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram with the hashtag #DBConverge. So what happens is at all events that you're at today and tomorrow, your comments keep coming into our live feed, so you can see your comments on the big screen. And for guys who are not here also from whichever part of the world, they can also participate this way. So once again, a very warm welcome to each one of you. It's a celebration of the spirit of Don Bosco. And the panel of speakers here needs no introduction, but it's my job to do this. Sashi, I'm just going to quickly introduce them because you're going to do the longer introductions. Good point, Sashi. So welcome everybody. My name is Ashwin Rajagopalan. I'm the convener for #DBConverge. But more importantly, on the stage, we have the best across generations from Don Bosco Egmore. YG Mahindra from the class of 1965. Vijay Amritraj from the class of 1968. Dr. V. Sumantran from the class of 1975. Anthony Jacob from the class of 1977. Keshav Murges, class of 1981. Arvind Swami, class of 1987. I can hear some whistles go out. Yeah, Arvind's looking more fitter than we met last time. Sanjay Pinto, class of 1991. And the senior most, Arman Ibrahim from the class of 2006. And other than the DB spirit, the other glue that's going to bind them all together today, Sashi Kumar Menon from the class of 1969. A very warm welcome to the rector. Father, please stand up so everyone can see you. Father John Alex. Father Principal, Father Vail Adhyaraj from Don Bosco Egmore. We have with us Father Vice Principal. We also have the AHMs. Mr. George Paul is here from the main school. And Mrs. Suganti Fernando from the primary school. Thank you for gracing this occasion with your presence. So I'm just going to take a couple of minutes before everyone hears what they're really here for. Just like to say that #DBConverge really started with a small, big idea. The idea, the vision, was to create the biggest school alumni event. Father Rector, about a year back, said, you should organize a global reunion. He gave us the dates. After that, few months, we were not doing much about it. And then things really hotted up in March. And from there, it's been one amazing journey. The challenge for us was to actually raise the bar for an alumni network that's already one of the most active networks in India. And I'm not saying this because we are all part of it. This is not a moment where we are like patting ourselves on the back, but this was a serious challenge. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, okay, so these guys meet every few months, so what's new this time? And that was our biggest communication challenge. So what the team said was, let's showcase the best of Don Bosco Egmore for the alumni and for the world to see. Today we also have a few members of the public who are here with us to just come and take a closer peek at what makes Don Bosco Egmore tick. I've already introduced key people here today. I'd like to also very quickly introduce the Converge core team to you, the group heads. Wherever you are, please stand up and wave out. I have Kishore Manohar, who's events head, somewhere at the back. Prasad PS, who is the head of finance. I think he must be still counting the money outside if he's not inside. Oh, there he is. Winston Norona, head of registrations. Shadan, Mohammed Shadan, from the class of 95, head of sponsorships. Where are you, Shadan? And Vikas Chavla, head of communications from the 2002 batch. I'd also like to introduce to you Nandan Nandan, president of the DBPPA. And everyone has come here saying, you know, this is a celebrity conclave. But what you don't realize is the celebrities are not here. The celebrities are actually on the other end. Because every guy who went to Don Bosco Egmore, guys, is a celebrity, right? So Converge will actually be a two-day celebration of the best of Don Bosco Egmore. I already introduced the co-head, the team heads to you. We hope over the next 2 days, you will rediscover the DB spirit, whatever that means to you. And this is a precursor to the birth centenary celebrations of St. John Bosco, which actually start officially in 2015. We start in August, and Father Rector tells us that we will be the first Don Bosco institution anywhere in the world, as usual, stealing a march of everybody else. And the reason you gentlemen and ladies are here today is that the conclave was actually envisioned as our showpiece event. This was going to be the big flag off the Converge really needed for the rest of the city. Probably in a few days, the rest of India through social media is going to sit up and look at what a school sitting in Chennai has done. And like I said, we have 9 stalwarts on stage and close to 300 trailblazers in your respective spaces occupying the seats across the audience. And most of you here, I think, have registered for the rest of the Converge events. So we will see you at Casamajor Road after lunch. I'd like to just quickly share with you an initiative that's been, it's come out of whatever discussions we've had for Converge, the Converge Staff Benefit Fund. One of the key things that helped put Converge together was the batch representative meetings, which started in March. The Converge core team really came from there. So I'd like all of us to give a big hand to each batch representative who has made this possible. Non-teaching staff will be honored at the grand finale tomorrow. 25,000 rupee cash purse for the teachers and 10,000 for the non-teaching staff. So this is a one-off initiative which is going to be part of Converge with a grand outlay of 15 lakh. And at this point, we are short of 7 lakhs. You guys know the rest. I'll come back to you after some time. So this is just something for you to think about. And also, while you're at school, this is an idea which actually came from Prasad, our head of finance. he said we should do something, to show our solidarity with some cause. And he said, let's do something really interesting. And then Winston quickly tied up 4 types of voluntary donation. So what I'm going to request each one of you to do, again, this could become probably the largest of its kind by alumni, any alumni network, is we're going to have 4 types of donation that's possible. Blood donation, you don't have to donate blood, because we don't know what will be in your blood in the evening and the carnival, but you can sign up and they'll come back to you. Organ donation, eye donation, which has been tied up with Shankar Nethralaya, and also for those who would like to pledge your body for medical research. So we have a counter set up at the carnival through the day, so it would be really nice to see a lot of us show solidarity with that cause. So I'm not going to keep this introduction too long, because all I'd like to say is from a very personal standpoint, and I'm sure Sanjay Pinto will also endorse this, we just looked up to Sashikumar Menon as one of those perfect examples of the Selvadurai School of English, the way he communicated, the way he conducted himself. So I know Vijay, our back-end man who's done a lot of research on everybody, has put a very detailed profile. But the key things to know about Sashikumar Menon is he probably was a guy a lot of us try to emulate in the way we speak, in the way we communicate. And I can tell you, sir, I'm one of your big fans and really looked up to you from the time when you were on television. And as you probably know, he's chairman of Asian College of Journalism, and he was also the founder of India's first regional satellite TV channel, AsiaNet. And more than all this, what I'd like to say is when we just went to meet him and said, we didn't have any plan at that time. This was March. Converge was really at not even drawing board. It was more a scratch on a piece of paper kind of a event. And he just said, yes, it sounds good. I'm going to be there, and I'm sure you're going to get a great panel of speakers. We didn't have anybody tied up at that point.